Welcome to Hattiesburg, Mississippi, the place they call the Rock and the home of the Southern Mississippi Golden Eagles. As we'll see a team from the American, the Temple Owls, taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the Southern Mississippi Golden Eagles. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So the Southern Mississippi Golden Eagles offense will have the opening possession of the game. Hopefully we'll see a performance today like the one that this guy had last week when basically he just ran wild through the defense.
He made that defense look silly. Out in the open field, he was making people miss, breaking tackles, scoring touchdown after touchdown. And this offense has vowed to find new ways to get him the football. So we're going to see something else that we haven't seen before because of this guy's unique talent in this one.
Yeah, and the defense, all eyes on him. That will be the main focus. More guys in the box. I wonder if it opens up the play-action game and the perimeter throws and maybe some big plays through the air because they know he is the man, he is the guy, he is priority number 1.
It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37. And the Golden Eagles racing to the line in the hurry-up.
It's a really good sign if you're on offense here. You're putting it on your offense.
Oh, out of space. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
Hey, I'll tell you what, that slot receiver, he may not be the biggest receiver in the world, but he is shifty, and he runs really good routes. You saw it on that play.
Caught behind the line. It's Chapman. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Let's talk for a minute about Southern Miss. They've climbed into the top 25. Nothing has been given to these guys, but they're quickly becoming a problem for everybody else.
Well, they are, and they earned that number beside their name. They've played really, really well. The question is now, can you keep it? David, how many times in the past have we seen a team outside the top 25 finally get ranked and then get blown out the very next week?
And there's not a lot of difference between 25 and 45. A lot of times, so many people close together. So earn that ranking and try to keep climbing.
One of the things that makes this quarterback so dangerous is how accurate he can be when he's on the run. And he's a guy that's looking to throw. He's not looking to take off himself. Showed you that accuracy on that play to get the first.
Headed to the end zone, and he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Southern Mississippi.
And they just keep feeding it to their workhorse back to open this game. Great job in the open field. He's got tremendous vision. He can make people miss. You saw all of that on display here in the opening drive.
They get set for the point afters. We have the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. They marched 79 yards on the drive, and it was closed out by the fantastic 25-yard touchdown run. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Temple's offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked 1 time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
Looking to throw, it's Simon. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. He can be dangerous with the ball in his hands, but no room to return that pick, and they'll go on offense from the 21. They'll run this play from the pistol. They'll leave it with him. There he goes. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
You know, the RPO game now in college football really puts the defense in a bind. It forces them just to freeze a half second as they try to distinguish between the running back and the quarterback. Who's keeping the football? On that play, it was the running back, and he made him pay.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll go to work in the air on second down. He caught it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Southern Miss. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Stewart. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Handoff from the gun. He kept those legs moving, got 3 out to the 19. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Just gets it to the 20, a pickup of 1. A 3rd and short coming from their own 20-yard line. Looking to throw, it's Simon. Fires one high and deep. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. Temple lining up to punt it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. Southern Mississippi has it back, and the Golden Eagle offense headed to the field. So the first play of the drive will come from the 43. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. They make the stop at the 41, but it's a 15-yard pickup, and they're rolling with a first down.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Trying play action. Here comes the heat. He's going to run it. On the move is the 30. Knocked out of bounds. They're in the red zone. Mark it at the 17, and they are set up. The Golden Eagles will snap it on 1st and 10. From the gun, running back on the move. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. And the Golden Eagles are stopped, but not before getting it past the sticks. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Fires to the tight end. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch. We've reached a break. It's Southern Mississippi on top. And that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. They're working that left side. Touchdown, Southern Mississippi. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance.
And that's his second receiving touchdown of the game. My man is just finding pay dirt. Tell you what, he's the kind of guys that you continue to feature throughout a game when he can do this kind of damage after he catches the football.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Stewart. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Temple takes over, and the offense will return to the field. They really need to get points on this drive to sort of steady the ship. Finds his tight end. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield. But how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first?
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Trying to pick up a first down. To the air, it's McCoy. Finds his man, it's Jones. Changing on the move. It'll be a first down at the 29.
When offenses get first downs like this and they move the sticks and they get some momentum, look at what they do. They put their foot on the gas, run this no huddle, get to the line of scrimmage, and try to capitalize.
And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. The Owls with a second and short to keep this drive moving. They'll try the run. Still on his feet at the 45. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down. This Temple offense putting together a nice drive. To the air on first down. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
I know it's early in this game, but man, this defense has had their number. They've done a great job, already built a huge lead, now getting this offense in a situation where they got to pass the football, and they better protect their quarterback better than they are right now.
And the Owls come to the line in the hurry-up. They'll try to run for it. They tried to go smash mouth on third and short, and it did not work against this defense. Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Snagged in the middle, it's Adams. They get him on the ground, but he's got enough to give Temple the first down.
Well, the gamble pays off offensively. Fourth down, being aggressive, and they throw for it. How about the job the receiver does winning his route and giving his quarterback a place to go with the football?
Offense gets set for second down. Gonna run it. It's Worthy. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Yeah, and this has been tough sledding. All right, this offense has really struggled to move the football, and this game's all but over. But here's the thing, man. Thank God you don't play this defense every week. And let's continue to work here and find something we do good and build maybe a little bit of momentum so next week we play a little bit better football.
Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. Quarterback keeper. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Off the play fake. He caught it. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. The Owls had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Owls. Big-time touchdown there to get some much-needed momentum.
You got to find something, right? Who are you going to go to make that big play to get you back into it? You're not back in it yet. It's not tied. You're not there yet, but you're starting to inch back into it and get some momentum going.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
They've been talking about this one all week inside the MAC, guys. Let's give you a quick recap of how it went down. Buffalo may not be leaving town with a blowout victory, but they'll take a dub away from UB Stadium every time. The Bulls have been racking up road wins since the Bob Deming days, and they'll get another one today. Guys, I look at the preseason coaches poll and compare it to where the MAC is right now, and man, what a difference.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Now on first down from the 28. Back to throw, it's Braxton. Catch in the middle, it's Metcalf. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. The Golden Eagles in a good spot here with second and short. They go to the ground. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. It's third down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
Defense did a great job. Third and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel in the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Finds his man. It's Chapman. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on fourth down. No hesitation, no trying to baby the ball in there. He just fired it complete.
Fourth down, no problem. I'm just going to rip this to my wide receiver. He believed in himself. He knew he could get it, and they get the fourth down conversion.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Looking for a gap. It's Pittman. Oh, spins away. At the 20, he's got space. Touchdown, Southern Miss. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
But man, the defense really needed to stop there. They needed to create some momentum, get the ball back to the offense before the half. But the offense does their job, and they continue to pile on, continue to create momentum. There's going to have to be some questions answered at half with this squad because it's been a struggle in the first half.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they knock through the extra point, and they're up 28-7. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Stewart. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Back to pass, it's Simon. Firing to the right, complete. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Still some work to do after that last completion at 2nd down. Wants to throw, he's working against the clock. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands. Now the defense will try to keep them on this end on 3rd and short from the 21. Motion from the wide receiver. 3rd down play from the gun. With the catch, it's Jones. Really strong job by the defense. A negative play on 3rd down.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You've set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
Found a little running room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. Southern Mississippi ready to send that offense back onto the field. They're already in field goal range, but Jesse, they want to be aggressive, but they can't take a negative play.
Well, the play caller's got to look up and down his sheet here to find a shot to the end zone, David. Be aggressive and see if you can get a touchdown.
Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Catch in the middle, it's Metcalf. Touchdown, Southern Mississippi. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Man, what great offensive execution. You talk about addressing a 2-minute situation and using almost all of the clock, adding to your lead and creating more momentum going into the half. Great execution by this offense.
And the extra point sails through, and they have a 35-7 lead.
35-7.
Coming out with it, it's Irvin. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, 2 quarters down, and I've got to say, this has been a fun watch so far in Hattiesburg. And talk about a first half for the dude in that backfield. That coaching staff has been giving rave reviews on a weekly basis. And through 2 quarters today, he's been a complete game changer. He's breaking the will of this defense, and that's something that's just very tough to quantify. And with that, let's send it back to the guys inside the Rock.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. And the Golden Eagles will kick it away to start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Irvin. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing. Southern Mississippi has it back, and the Golden Eagle offense headed to the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on.
Touchdown, Southern Miss. A great catch and run for 6.
And it's now the second time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
He'll try to tack on one more. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan. Great deal of confidence, almost a smugness from this coaching staff. And these guys on the field, it's as if they knew they were going to win.
Yeah, playing with a bit of a chip on their shoulder, and I think they really felt like they had a real good game plan offensively and defensively coming into this one, David. There was some matchup.
One of the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to Hancock Whitney Stadium in Mobile, home to the South Alabama Jaguars. As we'll see the number 19 team in the country, the Southern Mississippi Golden Eagles, taking on a team from the Sun Belt, the South Alabama Jaguars. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. The Golden Eagles will kick it away first. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Jaguars' offense will get first crack at it here. And, David, their quarterback hasn't always blown you away statistically, but he is a guy that the coaches trust.
Yeah, and he'll show you some flashes of why you should trust him, Reese. But here's the thing. This is not a guy that we're saying, go win me the football game. That's not where he's at right now in his career. Jesse, he's a guy that needs the others. They got to help him out. They got to play on schedule, not make those mistakes, and guys really play well around him.
Yeah, David, the one thing quarterbacks don't want to be referred to as is a game manager, but that's really more what this guy is. You're right. They have to be able to run the football. They can't.
They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. He leaves it with his back. Just willed his way for a couple out to the 35. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. The give to the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Wants to throw. It's Braxton. It's complete. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, that's a great job by the wide receiver there on a critical down. 3rd down, running the curl route, coming back to the football, making the catch, and picking up the first.
Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41.
There's been a little bit of a seesaw here the last 2 plays. Offense gets a chunk play, and then the defense gets a sack. Great job by the defense there, turning the page and coming up with
wide open spaces. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. Three tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. Give to the running back. And that's a very productive 1st down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. Right back to it. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. He's going to take off. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet. And the Golden Eagles have it with a 1st and 10. Finds the tight end. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
They'll run play action. Got it behind the line. It's Davis. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. Both teams wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the first quarter. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. Looking for a man. It's Braxton. Throws to the wideout. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great returns. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Leaves it with the back. Forges ahead. Picks up about 3 to the 29. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Looking to fire. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming. Trying to pick up a first down. Motion from the wideout. On third down, going up top. Quickly complete. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking. This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. He hurls one deep down the left side. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
Just outstanding execution, continuing to work his way back through the football.
Yeah, and everything about this route looks vertical.
And